Welcome back, dear listeners, to another chilling episode of Shell's Spooky Stories. I'm your host, and tonight we're diving into one of the most unsettling phenomena of our digital age, a place where reality itself seems to unravel. A realm that exists just beyond the corners of our perception, waiting for an unsuspecting soul to slip through. So dim the lights, settle in, and prepare yourself for the Backrooms, where reality slips away. Have you ever had that unsettling feeling of déjà vu in an empty office building? That creeping sensation that something's not quite right? The fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, the yellowed wallpaper peeling at the edges, the musty carpet beneath your feet, all familiar, yet somehow wrong. If you have, then you've caught a glimpse of what lies in wait in the Backrooms. The year was 2019, and on an unremarkable day in May, a single anonymous post on 4chan's ex-paranormal board would give birth to one of the most haunting modern legends of our time. The post contained a simple photo, a tilted image of an empty room with yellowed wallpaper, harsh fluorescent lighting, and stained carpet. But it was the accompanying text that would send chills down readers' spines. If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the Backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. But what makes the Backrooms truly terrifying isn't just its physical description, it's the psychological horror it represents. The idea that our reality is thin enough to fall through, that beneath the surface of our everyday world lies an endless maze of empty liminal spaces, waiting. The legend has since evolved, with thousands of people contributing their own experiences and theories. The Backrooms are now said to consist of multiple levels, each more dangerous and reality-bending than the last. Level 0, the one from the original post, is just the beginning, a maze of empty office spaces stretching endlessly in all directions. Witnesses, if we dare call them that, speak of Level 1, where the lights flicker and darkness creeps in at the edges. Level 2, they say, is a labyrinth of concrete maintenance tunnels where the distant sound of machinery never stops. And beyond, well, some say there are hundreds of levels, each more nightmarish than the last. But what makes this urban legend particularly fascinating is how it taps into our collective unease about liminal spaces, those transitional areas that feel suspended between purpose and abandonment. Empty shopping malls after hours, vacant office buildings, endless corridors in hospitals, places that should be familiar but become deeply unsettling when emptied of human presence. The science behind our fear of such spaces is equally fascinating. Researchers in environmental psychology have long studied how certain architectural spaces can trigger anxiety and disorientation. Our brains are wired to seek out landmarks and variation in our environment. When faced with endless repetition and uniformity, like that found in the Backrooms, our mental mapping systems begin to break down. But perhaps the most chilling aspect of the Backrooms legend are the entities that some claim inhabit these spaces. Reports speak of creatures that shouldn't exist, things that move just at the edge of vision, that make sounds that shouldn't be possible. Some say they're manifestations of human fear. Others suggest they're beings that have always existed in these spaces, watching and waiting for more humans to slip through. The legend has sparked a creative explosion online, with countless artists, writers, and filmmakers contributing to its mythology. Video games have been created simulating the experience, and some claim these digital representations are unnervingly accurate to their own experiences. But here's what keeps me awake at night, dear listeners. What if the Backrooms aren't just a creation of internet folklore? What if there's something our collective unconscious recognised, something we've always known about but tried to ignore? After all, how many of us have had that moment where reality seemed to shift. That split second where the familiar became strange, where the normal became something else. There are those who claim to have found ways to access the backrooms intentionally. They speak of specific locations, specific times of day, specific states of mind. But I must warn you, seeking out these spaces is playing with forces we don't understand. The backrooms, if they exist, are not meant for human exploration. The reports that truly unsettle me are those from people who claim to have escaped. They speak of time moving differently there, of spending what felt like months or years wandering those endless corridors, only to return to our reality minutes after they disappeared. Many say they're never quite the same afterward, that they can't look at empty spaces the same way, that they're always aware of how thin the veil between our world and that place really is. Scientists and skeptics have their explanations, of course. They point to the power of shared storytelling, to the way human minds can construct elaborate mythologies around simple fears. But then again, they haven't been there. They haven't walked those endless corridors, haven't heard the buzz of those fluorescent lights that never quite sound natural. So next time you're alone in an empty building and something about the space feels wrong, pay attention to that feeling. If the walls seem to stretch a little too far, if the lights seem a little too yellow, if the carpet beneath your feet feels a little too familiar, remember the backrooms, and whatever you do, don't no-clip through reality. Because once you're there, finding your way back might not be possible. Thank you for joining me for this terrifying tale. It's a chilling reminder that reality might be more fragile than we imagine, and that sometimes the spaces between the spaces we know hold terrors we can barely comprehend. Until next time, dear listeners, stay safe, stay in reality, and keep your lights on. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's chilling tale, but the hauntings don't have to end here. If you love ghost stories and crave even more spine-tingling content, why not unlock the other side? Join our exclusive membership for bonus episodes, behind-the-scenes extras, and much more. The link is waiting for you in the description below. And do you have a story of your own? Something that keeps you up at night? Share your experience through the links in the description. You might just hear your own story being featured on upcoming episodes. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow ghost story lovers, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a shadow in the dark. Stay spooky, and we'll see you on the other side.